of a game right there.
In all my time, I don't remember somebody scoring 4.
Yeah, it's funny, I use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Good try. No soup for you.
So Trey, go get you some wax beans and
soup for the deli, I know.
yeah, go get you some wax beans and have
Trey,
a good day, man. First downs for Central Clay for 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Roll call with a spidget.
Roll call. A spidget.
Spidget.
A spidget.
You are looking at the supervisor. 5'9", 265 pounds, brother, and I can do it. All you rednecks out there that lost all these textile mills in Alabama and Georgia, your day is coming. May 11th, Dothan, Alabama. We are going to be in business. Me and Jerry Stubbs are going to put you in. Jerry Stubbs, yeah.
Well, we're not going to be wrestling down in Dothan.
Yeah, Dennis Gale said I'm going to be wrestling.
No, Dennis Gale did not say we were actually wrestling.
Oh.
We're not going to actually wrestle. It's just a live event on the 11th, May the 11th, featuring Jake the Snake, Bob Bullet Armstrong, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, the Midnight Express, and the Tennessee Stud. Wally and Neal, Sports Channel Wally and Neal, live from Dothan, Alabama, but we're not wrestling. Dennis Gale said no wrestling, we're just there for the hype. Be with us. How about that?
What about it, man?
You didn't see the SEC championship?
No, I was watching the Players Championship, buddy.
You got to be kidding.
Were they playing today?
Yeah. Auburn Tigers, Tennessee Volunteers, SEC championship in Nashville.
Who won? I'm just curious.
Auburn won.
Okay.
They are the SEC champions for the first time since 1975. 1985.
Yeah.
34 years. How about that?
Well, me and Colin McCrary were watching the Players Championship.
Well, I was flipping back and forth, but the basketball is more important
All right, man.
than golf.
Well, heck, dude.
Man, I've been gone.
Well, how'd you like the first commercial promo of our wrestling event? Hey, folks, this is no joke. May 11th at the Peanut Festival Fairgrounds, building number 3. Neal and Wally's going to have our live broadcast there. First time ever. We're going on the road doing a live show, and it's going to be
a lot of fun.
And we thank Dennis Gale for letting us come, and we want a lot of people there. We'll be able, people can ask us questions from the audience. They're going to set it up. We're going to have some of those big wrestlers, Bullet Bob, Jerry Stubbs, try to interview a few of them. So it's going to be a great.
But Wally is not wrestling.
No, that was part of the commercial. That was, but I appreciate.
Bulldog Johnny's going to think you ready.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But I wanted to thank Dr. Lee Hicks for letting me borrow the wrestling mask.
You're the commissioner, did you say?
No, it was the supervisor. See, actually, that was Judson Edwards. Said that'd be a great
supervisor
because back in the day when they had textile mills, the supervisor they called the straw hats. They hated them, and he always had a clipboard and was walking around.
I got you. I wonder where you was going with that.
Yeah, it was an angle, but we'd have been a good one, man.
Gotcha.
Well, tell me about the ski trip, brother.
Man,
you hurt your foot or leg?
My knee, man. I fell the first day.
Oh man, you should have got back out there.
Bummed it a little bit right there. I was scared I'd hurt myself, but
what, did you fall down or did you hit something?
A little embarrassed. I fell in the lift line.
The lift line?
Not skiing and doing almost not playing and having a good time. I got tangled up in the lift line and fell.
Did the lady say, "Here, coming"?
It was a little bit embarrassing, but I wasn't roughhousing or jumping or sliding or skiing or playing with my girls or anything. I fell in the lift line, got tangled up and just went down, and I twisted my knee and hit my knee, and bruised it up pretty bad the first day I was there.
First day, so you didn't get the ski the rest of the day.
And then we had the blizzard on Wednesday.
I saw that.
Came through, it was something else. But if you're wondering, it is 7.5-hour drive from Denver to Park City, Utah.
I bet that is a long way.
And it's beautiful, but whew, man, oh man.
Well, I thought about it. I kept up with you on Facebook and stuff. Yep. And hey, you wasn't here last Sunday, but me and Brian took care of it. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Brian Meadows came on the show, and a couple folks called him. We had a great time.
And they are proud of everything they got in Park City,
Utah. It's real cheap out there, isn't it? Yeah. Is it true like a Coke's like $5?
It is expensive, man. It is expensive. I got to tell you my story where we went out to eat one night at this restaurant, and of course we were with my sister, her and her husband Paul Shaver and her boys, and on the chalkboard when we came in, special. This is the special, and it was Belgian waffle and all types of breakfast foods and everything was the special. So I said, man, breakfast sounds good for dinner. And they were all getting, $30 and $40 steaks, and, and everything. I said, I want. So the lady came and she said, and I said, I want the special, the Belgian waffle special with the fruit and the whipped cream and everything. She said, okay. Well, my daughter Sydney wanted the same thing. So we got that. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love breakfast for supper.
Oh, I do
And
too.
the bacon was great, and it was eggs were good, and got my bill. And the first thing I noticed was that they charged me the exact price that was in the brochure, in the menu. And then I looked, and they had charged me 4 times for fruit. They charged Cindy twice and me twice. So the lady came and I asked, what's the deal? I didn't get the special price. She said, oh, it's not a special price. That's just the special. And I said, wait a minute. This is on special, but it's not. But I don't get a special price. And she said, no, wow, you don't get a special price. And then justified charging me 4 times for the fruit. Wouldn't take it off.
That's Lowry, though.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good afternoon. You're on Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. How can we help you?
What's going on, guys?
Bulldog Johnny, what's hitting,
up,
man?
brother?
Man, did you see? Did you
I'm
see?
sitting right now, I'm watching y'all on Facebook, and I'm watching on TV the tournament selection.
Tournament selection.
As of right now.
That's right. And did you see the commissioner when we came on?
Yeah, I did, and I just thought I know why Neal hurt his knee now skiing. He wasn't skiing. He was up there wrestling.
Hey,
I wasn't out there wrestling.
Now, Johnny, you gonna go to the big wrestling event on May 11th now, aren't you?
I'm gonna be there with bells on. Try to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I need to. I've always been told.
Me and you's got to figure out a way to take Jake Snake away from him.
I ain't gonna mess with those snakes now.
Is he gonna bring a real snake?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll bring that.
Oh my God.
He gonna bring that snake, and Wally gonna have to get him circumcised.
We gotta ask Dr. Barron. Can he go with us?
Oh, I talked to Dr. Barron last night at the ball field, and
yeah.
we talked about snakes the whole night.
Well, that's great. That's great. Bulldog Johnny, thank you for calling, man. Tell us about Pike County baseball. Are they doing any good this year? Are they good, bad, in the middle? What's going on?
Well, I haven't been keeping up with them lately, but they've been winning some here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I was just gonna let y'all know it just popped up. Auburn will play in the region with North Carolina. They'll be playing New Mexico State in the first round.
Ooh, how about
And
that?
if they win the first round, they'll get Kansas or Northeastern in the second round.
That's right. Auburn's going to be a 5 seed, and New Mexico State's going to be a 12 seed. I'm looking at it too.
And hopefully Troy will make it into the tournament too tomorrow night.
Hope so. Are you going to play our bracket contest and try to win that Preston's $25 gift certificate?
I sure am. I hope so. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna play the ESPN one too, because I played the ESPN the last two out of the last 3 years, and
Well, Bulldog
I predicted 2 out of the last 3 years with Villanova won.
Bulldog Johnny, I tapped you as the favorite to win the bowl pick'em contest, and you didn't.
Mississippi State's the one let me down.
Well,
right there. If them and Penn State had won, and Alabama had won, I'd have won the whole thing.
I got you, but I'm just saying I may not pick you as the favorite in basketball because of your bad luck with the bowl games in Mississippi State.
Yeah, I know it. Hey, Wally, you look good in that mask. You need to wear that down there to Dothan.
Now, Johnny, that wasn't me. That was the supervisor. I don't know who that guy was. He just come in and asked.
Man, he had on a tie and a mask and
You
everything.
don't see a tie on me now, brother. That was the supervisor.
The supervisor's gone, though. He busted out of here. He got mad.
I think that might be the Dr. Judson Edwards that did that promo. I don't know.
I don't know where, but the supervisor's gone.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny. Thanks
Johnny.
for calling, man. Keep watching the show.
All right, thank y'all.
See you again.
All right, man. All right, before we get to our first commercial break, I got to tell you about yesterday.
All right.
We're at Travel Ball, and our good sponsor, Dr. Steve Barron,
He's there too.
saved me at the end.
What happened?
At 9:30, we make the championship game.
Yeah.
And Steve is
Luke,
leaving.
is Luke on this team?
No, Luke's on another
Okay.
team. They got put out. They got a good team, by the way,
Yeah.
Luke's team. But as I'm leaving, of course, my wife's out of town at a girls' trip thing, so I didn't.
Girls' trip?
Yeah, I didn't dress
you're in
my
charge of
son
everything.
properly. So I had to give Blake
He's
my
freezing cold.
He's freezing cold. I had to give Blake my my jacket, and then
Yeah.
all I got is a short sleeve shirt on. Thankfully, our good sponsor, Dr. Steve Barron,
He came through.
he came through and gave me his sweatshirt, and it felt so good.
because he was leaving.
He was leaving. And Missy gave one of the ladies, my
man.
buddy. But that goes to show, man, Barron, they're good folks.
They are.
Steve, I know you watch out there, but thank you so much. And we're going to get you
They
a
are.
spider and a monkey.
That's right. Yeah.
Come visit you sometime.
That's right. We need you. We're gonna test out your veterinary skills.
But we came in second place.
Yep.
Tough game.
Yeah. Well, man, let me tell you about the bad luck I've had last night and today.
Okay.
We're gone to Colorado and Utah for 6 days. Well, actually 7. Saturday to Saturday. Get to the airport last night. Get to the vehicle. Dead as a doornail. The doors won't even unlock. The remote won't even work. Dead as a doornail. So I'm so mad. I'm ready to eat nails, man. I can't believe it. You know, but here we are, the whole family, luggage everywhere, ready to come to Troy. Been gone the whole week. You know how you are. You're ready to be home.
Yeah.
And the vehicle's dead. I could not, for the life of me, think of what I might could have left on that vehicle to run the battery dead. Well, we got the parking lot administration, the helpers come, and that took 15 minutes or so. And they came, and when they charged up my battery with the battery pack, as soon as that battery pack hit the battery, the horn and the lights and everything started going off.
Somebody tried to break in.
And they looked at me and said, "Your alarm went off and ran your battery down." I said, "Does that mean somebody tried to break in my vehicle?" And they said, "No, the planes go and they make that bass sound sometimes if the wind reverberates just right, and it sets off alarms in the parking lot." And she said, the parking lot attendant said, "This happens all the time."
Did they charge you to
No,
crank it
no,
up? Okay,
no,
I
he
figured
didn't.
that'd be a...
No, that would have been now. I would have had a fit now. But can you believe that the reverberation and the sound from those jets at Atlanta Airport sets off the alarms
That is
on the
amazing.
vehicles? That is crazy. And then and that alarm just kept on going until the battery went dead.
Batteries went dead.
Yeah, but I mean it cranked up. We came on home, whatever. Then today I get in my truck. It's battery dead. Been sitting in my garage for a week. It's dead. So I'm having battery problems the last couple of days.
my goodness.
But I'm here, ready to do the show and ready to go.
We're gonna have to take a short commercial break.
Before we do though, before we take our break, let's tell everybody who our sponsors are.
Oh yeah.
Before we get too far into this, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got the local baseball action. We got some high school football news.
Okay.
And we got to get into the bracketology of this and talk about the SEC tournament a little bit more.
Gift card.
And talk about why Mr. Fleetwood didn't win the Players Championship. Old Barn Restaurant, Turner Mowing, Alabama Real Estate Connection, the Charles Henderson Athletic Foundation, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, the Crease Agency, the Pig Cafe, Deep South Apparel, Severa Ralph Bacon, Hastings and Reeves, Crows of Brundage, All-Star Collision, Jones Medical Supply, Health Actions, the UPS Store, Hooks Barbecue, Southern Roots Restaurant. They're now open on Thursday and Friday night, and it's all you can eat at lunch as well. Marco's Pizza, Troy Eye Care, Preston's Steakhouse, who's they're the sponsor of our March Madness Pick'em. Preston's Steakhouse, Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. We got on our Stone Cold Heating and Cooling shirts tonight, which we're going to show you the back in a little while. Mama Goldberg's, Pike County Ford, Road Mart out on 231. And let me tell you a story about Road Mart. Let me tell you how accommodating they are. You know, it got a little hot 2 weeks ago. Well, Sydney comes to me and says, "Daddy, my air conditioner's not working in my car." So I left her car at Road Mart while we were in Utah. And they texted me about halfway through the week, "Car's ready. It had a little leak in the Freon. It's ready to go, blah, blah, blah." Just all that while we were out of town. It was unbelievable service. Unbelievable service at Road Mart. Troy Bank and Trust, the only bank you'll ever need, and Glow Boutique on the square. Now we're ready to take our first break of the night. We'll be right back in just a second.
What are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital? Pet Resort. I'm about to circumcise this dog. Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spayed and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort.
Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neal, my air conditioner went out last night, and I'll tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Look, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neal, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. Hey.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring all the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs up on the square. Globe Boutique.
Hey, Neal, how are you today?
I'm good. I want some of these chicken nuggets. Well, I want them down here at Crows and Brundage. Wally, what are you doing in the kitchen at Crows and Brundage?
Oh, man, I'm trying to steal the secret sauce recipe.
Man, they're not going to give you the secret sauce recipe. Put that sauce back. Patsy, now he's got the sauce. Unbelievable. Come see them at Crows and Brundage. Hey, they got fried okra, catfish on Friday nights, wings, honey barbecue wings, any kind of wings, and the best chicken nuggets in the world. Come see them. Crows and Brundage. Thank you. Hey, Neal, man, what are you doing up here at Health Actions on the traction machine?
Oh, man.
Man, it says it's stretching you.
Hey, well, I'm trying to get about 2 inches more taller, Neal.
Man, this is not to get taller. This is for people with back pain. They try to decompress the spine. It helps your back pain, your lower back pain. It's an incredible piece of machinery up here at Health Actions, and you're in here trying to use it to get taller? Are you serious? Are you kidding? Oh, the bell's for it. That means it hurts. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Stone Cold. Who's that, Neal?
That's damn Neal Alive, man. That's easy.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll wait.
What a
Love these shirts, though. Hey, comfort
man,
colors,
are you
man.
kidding me? Comfort Colors is Stone Cold Heat and Cooling. Matthew Johnson got us some shirts. Wearing them tonight on the show, man.
Hey, and I got to give a shout out to Jennifer Brown.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Southern Roots?
Southern Roots. Oh my
Her
Lord.
and
We ate there
Jeff
Friday.
Riley?
It was good, man. It was good. Might want to put that on.
Oh, yeah.
It was good, and Jennifer, I took a picture of her in her little
you did?
boutique little thing in
Oh,
the
yeah.
back that had all the charts of guitars back there.
Oh, let's
Next
sell it.
time-
She's selling all types of things
Man,
back
that's
there.
the coolest stuff, man. And
Yeah.
all types of soaps and stuff. Go by and see them, man. They're good. That food, I love that food.
Yeah,
It
kid.
is good. Southern
Heck
Roots.
yeah, it is good.
All right, let's
It's good.
talk some sports, bro. What's up?
That's right. Hey, like we were saying earlier, Auburn won the SEC championship today. First time in 34 years since 1985 that Auburn has won the SEC tournament. And I said when Auburn hired Bruce Pearl a couple of years ago, I said if he can make them win at Auburn, he is a top-notch coach.
Yeah.
Now, if he's not cheating, I don't know that he's not cheating. Heck, fire, they all cheat, I think. But if he's not cheating, to be able to step into Auburn University, who has been awful at basketball for years and years and years, and to do what he's done with that new arena and the committing that money to that new arena and all the recruiting he's gotten, and to go to the NCAA tournament back-to-back years and now win the SEC championship tournament for the first time in 34 years, standing ovation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I hope he's not cheating. I hope they're not cheating.
I mean,
I really
know
do.
they are. I mean,
But,
I think he learned his lesson.
I mean, just
Tennessee.
when he left Tennessee and got on probation and all that,
Yeah.
couldn't coach for a while. But
Well, heck, Neal, this is the million-dollar question. Do you think he'll stick around? I mean, if some big like Coach K retires, or
I mean,
mean-
if Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina,
Will he
Villanova,
stay?
what Auburn is becoming a basketball school, but they have never been a basketball school. Does he stay and retire there, or stay several more years? That's a great question, Wally.
yeah, well,
Great question, because they're paying him.
Oh, yeah.
They are. It ain't the money, because Auburn's paying him big time. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Auburn finished the season 26-9 and winning that tournament. and going to the NCAA back-to-back years, that's huge for recruiting.
And I think
so he's going to keep it going. And most of this has been without Austin Wiley.
Yeah, I think they'll go deep.
You do?
Yeah, I really do. Man, I was joking with you and David today on text, watching the Players Championship, which we're going to get to in a second, but I was flipping back and forth. Man, those guys can just nail those three-pointers, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, they can. Harper, man,
good gracious.
You know, and they lean on Harper, but he got in foul trouble in the first half. Pearl took him out.
Wow.
So he only ended up with like 9 points, but he's normally the catalyst on them three-pointers. And did you see the one he made at the end just to rub it in their face? It was dang near half court, man.
Fleetwood hit somebody in the midsection. So I was watching that. I was hoping to see the replay.
Yeah, I saw Colin said, did they yell two?
Yeah.
Because somebody got hit in the nuts.
Wide open. I mean, I saw that live. Man, that guy went down like,
man.
Oh, my God.
Before we get to golf, let's finish up this basketball.
Okay.
I think Alabama had to win one game in the SEC tournament to keep Avery Johnson's job. They beat Ole Miss. They lost to Kentucky second round, but it was Kentucky, even though Alabama had already beat them this year. I thought he had to win one game to keep his job. Does he keep his job, Avery Johnson?
I think he does.
They're not in the tournament.
Are they going to be not in the tournament, the NIT, you think? Or
that's the National Invitational Tournament.
Oh, I thought Billy Jeffcoat says not in the tournament.
Billy Jeffcoat. Be careful what you say around Wally. He takes it to heart.
Well, are they going to make the NIT?
He said the NIT stands for not in the tournament.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. The National Invitational used to be a huge tournament years and years and years ago. But
honestly, will they be in there or they want to make that?
They'll be probably asked to play in it. I don't know if they will.
Okay.
I don't know if they will. Some schools turn down the NIT.
Because they're not in
Alabama has turned them down before. Yeah, they got such a sour locker room.
If they change the name,
if there's coaching changes pending or rumors about coaching changes, a lot of times the athletic department say we're not going to play in the NIT.
They need to name it the Wally and Neal tournament. Then people start playing it. Because the NIT not in tournament. That's what when Billy told me that's what I thought it was.
That's right. Yeah. The number one and the number one seeds are out, and it's Virginia, Gonzaga, Duke, and North Carolina. Now we've been talking Tennessee and Kentucky all this time. They're not in there. And I'm gonna tell you what. I was at my sister-in-law's house in Colorado Friday night, and I watched that Duke and North Carolina game. And if that wasn't two of the best teams, maybe the best two teams in the country, I don't know who's better than two. They went at it bucket for bucket to the last shot. And Duke with Zion Williamson is as good or better than anybody in the country.
Man, that guy looks like Bigfoot. That is a huge human
man.
being,
He could be an NFL tight end. He could be an NFL tight end or a defensive end or linebacker. Man, he's that athletic, that quick. He's got that twitch. He rebounds and puts the shot back up quicker than everybody else. And you wonder, why are they trying to block that? Well, he was so quick. He was so quick. But anyway, if Duke and North Carolina are not the best two teams in the country, and I know North Carolina lost some games early and kind of got a black eye, but I'm telling you, they got it together. That was two fine basketball teams going at it Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
And it could have been a preview of the national championship. I'm not sure how the brackets fell today. Could they end up together?
Our producer, David Davis, said he did get the bracket up.
Yeah, well, let's show that bracket real quick and leave us on the air. As you can see, Duke is the number one seed in the top left. Gonzaga is number one seed in the bottom left in the west. In the south, Virginia top right. Virginia top right in the south. What'd you do?
Oh, he puts the last year's up there.
You've got to be kidding.
Here's your son.
No. All right. Okay. I'll wait to go over that then. Anyway, you didn't put the one up there you printed for me, David? Okay. But the number one seeds, North Carolina, Virginia, Gonzaga, and Duke. And Auburn will play New Mexico State in the first round. Auburn's a 5 seed. New Mexico State's a 12. And they're in the Midwest region. And New Mexico State's had a good year. But I wanted to let the audience know who the automatic qualifiers were.
Yeah, I was wanting to know.
Automatic qualifiers. Of course, Duke, they won their automatic qualifier. Michigan State won today. They're an automatic qualifier. Now, those two teams would have made the tournament anyway. Houston with the AAC, an automatic qualifier. Kansas. Villanova. Buffalo. That was in Troy's, in the MAC, Mid-Athletic Conference. Buffalo won theirs. Wofford in the Southland. Utah State in the Midwest. St. Mary's. Oregon, Pac-12. Watch out for them. I'm picking them as an upset first round. Oregon wins the Pac-12. They're an automatic qualifier. Murray State is an automatic qualifier. New Mexico State was an automatic qualifier. Liberty, Northeastern, Yale, Vermont, Old Dominion, Georgia State. That's Troy's Sun Belt League. St. Louis, Atlantic 10, UC Urban, Northern Kentucky, Montana in the Big Sky. They're an automatic qualifier. Bradley, Colgate in the Patriot League. Abilene Christian, Southland, Gardner-Webb, North Dakota State, Iona. Iona's in it every year.
They're in it all the time.
They own that conference, buddy. They make it every time. North Carolina Central, Dickinson, and Prairie View A&M. Those are your automatic qualifiers. Now, that's a little. All right, here we go. Here we go right here. If you look in the South in the top, Virginia's the number 1 seed, top right. In the Midwest, on your bottom right bracket, North Carolina is your number 1 seed. And halfway down the Midwest bracket, you'll see Auburn and New Mexico, 5 versus 12. Game 35 right there. And that's I think Auburn can make it past the first round. Then they'll play either Kansas or Northeastern, and that'll be Kansas. And Kansas having an off year.
Yeah,
they're having an off year, so Auburn could beat Kansas in the next round, in the round number 2. But I'm gonna go ahead. I've circled a couple of upsets right out of the gate. These are Neal's upsets right out of the gate. In the East, on the top left, Minnesota has a good chance to beat Louisville. Minnesota has a good chance to beat Louisville, the Golden Gophers. That's a 10 versus 7. Minnesota and Louisville. Then in the West, I got 2 upsets brewing in the West. 2 upsets in the West. The 8 seed Syracuse will beat Baylor. Now I know that's an 8-9, but nobody wants to play Syracuse. Now I know they've had an up and down year, but when it comes to tournament time, Jim Boeheim will have them boys ready. Nobody wants to play them in the tournament. And then I think that Florida could beat Nevada. Now Nevada had it going early in the season, but they have really floundered here lately. And Florida, iffy call against Auburn, iffy refereeing right at the end of the game against Auburn. Florida should have probably been playing for the SEC championship. Auburn got a little lucky right there at the end. So Florida's hot. I'm taking Florida over Nevada. That's a 10 beating a 7. And then you got something to say about that?
Yeah, well,
Come on with it.
My only upset's going to be Colgate against Tennessee.
You think Colgate's going to beat Tennessee?
Tennessee played as bad as they did today, Colgate's going to run the table. Good, great.
On the top right side of your bracket, about halfway down the top right south bracket, I'm going to take number 12, Oregon, a 12 seed beating the 5 seed Wisconsin. Oregon just won the Pac-12 tournament. They were riding a high. They also had a very solid ending to their season. Have they put it all together where they could win 2 or 3 games in this tournament? That is a good game for an upset. 12 beating a 5. Oregon beating Wisconsin. I like that a lot. And upset for the Midwest bracket on the bottom right. I like Ohio State beating Iowa State. Ohio State did not have a good year, but they got 4- and 5-star recruits on that roster. You don't want to play them. This just happens to be a down year from them. But watch out for Ohio State, the 11 seed, beating the 6 seed, Iowa State. And that's the Neil Armstrong. That's 1-2. That's an upset in all 4 brackets. That's an upset in all 4 brackets.
Right. Well, we want everybody to log on and play, and you'll get the information out. Or is it already?
It'll be out tonight.
It'll be out tonight.
Yep.
And Neil, if the winner takes it off, which somebody's going to win,
somebody's going to win
a $25 gift card from Preston's Steakhouse. You can use it in Ford or Luverne, and a nice cooler. Neil and I have seen them.
Yep.
From Alabama Realty. So that's
Alabama Real Estate Connection.
And we're up against the break. We'll be right back.
kicker. Roughing the kicker.
What kind of call is that? You can't see nothing. You can't throw a football flag in a basketball game.
Yeah, I can.
You need to go get your eyes checked, like for real check.
Where at?
Troy Eye Care, 566-7172. Troy Eye Care on Highway 87. Don't be calling basketball unless you get your eyes checked.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
They don't even open till 4.
Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Lenny Traver play, and I'm going to give him one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for.
Best steak in the state. Also, best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that.
I know.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Traver, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
Man, what in the world? You just ain't T-bone me right here. What the heck? Playing with fidget spinner?
Well, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can have
Please,
it.
Mr. Wally.
All
Thank
she's
you.
worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You can't donuts?
Oh, Wally, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I'm steaming the sandwich.
That thing's hot now. I can tell you. They serve hot, steamed sub sandwiches here at Mama Goldberg's in Troy, Alabama. And you will burn yourself on that steam. Hey, they got Rice Krispie treats, double doozy chocolate chip cookies, regular chocolate chip cookies, cakes in a cup, chili, potato soup, you name it. Great atmosphere. They have bands on Thursday nights. Come see them at Mama Goldberg's for a hot steam sandwich, Wally.
I can tell you.
Troy, Alabama. Come see them.
Moving on up to the big time.
What's going on, Monopoly Man?
Oh man, Neil, I have
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate.
Like a daytime campfire burn. And the ship
about that
is off the sea. And the wicked
Waylon
is
Jennings.
returned.
No.
As the southern wind sings again.
Come on, man.
Dwight Yoakam.
No.
You can jump right in.
I never heard of this kid.
Yes, you have. A lot of people just went to see him in concert a week or two ago.
Rolling Stones.
Come on, Wally.
Dude, I don't get in that pop.
Zach Brown band,
Zach
man.
Brown, that's too.
You don't get into Zach Brown?
Waylon Jennings, Hank Jr., Merle Haggard. That's the music I get into.
Come on, man. Evolve. There's other singers out there that are starting to be good.
You can't evolve to something like that.
Zach Brown, man, he's great. He's got some great stuff.
I take your word for it. All right, what about our golf thing? You and Colin McCrary just
Man.
keep hounding me on about my favorite golfer.
All I know is you wanted Tommy Fleetwood to win, and he's knocking it in the water on 17. Chop, chop, chop.
I don't know what's wrong with Tommy.
You're picking him to win the Masters?
Yes, I think he is. Man, he is hot.
He is not a good front runner. He needs to learn to come from behind. Because there's 2 or 3 times already this year where he's had either the first round lead or the second round lead, and then on the weekend just kind of floundered away.
I know.
He's a great British player. I wish he would get him a razor and a barber.
He probably don't have money to do it. He had to fly over
Are
here
you
and
kidding,
stay in
man?
hotel rooms.
He just wants to look like a hippie.
I wonder if he makes good money.
Yeah.
You think
He
so?
just finished 4th at the Players Championship. That's a couple of bucks.
Yeah. He's my favorite golfer. You and Colin McCrary, y'all just love ragging me about it.
Did you see Jim Furyk, the last Ryder Cup captain? He's hot as a firecracker right now.
I thought he was going to win.
He almost won, and his caddy, Fluff McGowan, is 71 years
That
old.
was Tiger's old
Way back in
Yeah.
the 90s, that was Tiger's caddy, yeah.
bluff.
But he's still humping bags on the golf course at 71 years old.
That's amazing.
Is he addicted to it and can't stop, or is he just has he
Heck,
spent all
man.
his money and needs all his money?
Well, he gets what 10% of the winnings, and heck,
Well, they all
your,
get different percentages.
your guy comes in second place. I'm sure he got a nice
I'm
paycheck.
sure he got paid today. That's right.
Good gracious.
Roy
Hey,
McIlroy caught fire right there on 16, 17, and 18 and finished it off. And I got tickled at the commentators getting all over Roy McIlroy for pulling driver on the 18th hole. I was like, are you kidding? That's his #1 club. He stripes that driver, man.
We got to get on the Masters, man. I don't know what we got to do. That's our lifetime goal. We can do a GoFundMe page. We can sneak in through Race Creek. Can you see us doing it? We're going to be at the Dothan Farm Center.
When they see our Dothan Farm Center wrestling match deal, they probably going to invite us to the Masters.
I think so, man. Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got to talk.
For real, don't forget about the Preston's March Madness Pick'em. Will be posted sometime tonight, so look out for that. Hey, what about the new AAF Football League? It's still kicking along.
Still kicking on?
I've noticed that the highlights, the articles, I guess I'll use the word the hype, not what it was from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
As people kind of shying away from it now, gravitating away instead of gravitating to it. Because, you know, it was the buzz 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was the buzz, but now it's still on TV. The NFL channel's showing some of it and all, but they're not getting any primetime coverage.
Well, when the brackets begin playing, I think it's March Madness is going to really drop the AAF. I mean,
yes. But the Orlando Apollos are 5-1, and they remain at the top of the league. And I'll tell you what, though, the Birmingham Iron is right on their heels at 3-2 in the East Division, and in the West, San Antonio and San Diego are both 3-2. And Birmingham plays San Diego tonight. And that's what I'm gonna watch.
Okay, that's good.
That's what I'm gonna watch. But the AAF is, I like the new rules, and I think it's good football. And I like the old style coaches that they've got to come back to the game. I think that's, you know, coaches are getting second chances, players are getting second chances. There's going to be some AAF players stepping up to the NFL and getting some free agent contracts. I guarantee it. I don't know if it'll be 2, 6, or 10, but there's going to be some AAF players get some free agent contracts out of this. Maybe that'll get the buzz going again. Because I wanted to make it. I enjoy it. I'm a football fan. I like to critique it. I like to watch it. And I like Spurrier. I like all those guys. I want it to make it. I really do.
Maybe it will.
I hope so.
Maybe it will.
I hope so.
Well, what about some high school football and baseball action, baby? Let's talk that. There was a lot going on while you were gone.
It was, and I was reading it. There's some high school football action right now. And one thing I read in the Dothan Eagle was all the kickers coming out of Houston County area. I mean, there's just been one kicker out of another. For the last 7-8 years, there's an article in the Dothan Eagle talking about all the kickers coming out of Houston County, going to all these schools. And just this week, another one. You know, Bratcher Underwood, Troy's kicker, from Houston Academy, and he's a great kicker for Troy, a great kickoff specialist. And now Houston Academy's Henry Beckett has committed to kick and play football at the Miami of Ohio. He keeps the streak alive. And Troy's signed a big-time kicker from down there, too, this year in their signing class. So I don't know what they got in the water down there in Dothan in the Houston County area, but the kickers, they must have a great soccer program is what they got, right? Doesn't that go with kicking?
Yeah, they do. Dothan's always had a good soccer league.
Yeah. You know, we ought to get Dawson Hamlin on the show, the kicker from Goshen. You know, he went to kick in college.
I think
David Hamlin's son.
Yeah, I think still kick.
Yeah, and speaking of Houston County, the newly created school down there, the Dothan Wolves, that's their mascot, the Wolves. And the new Dothan school, and that's Northview and Dothan High is merging. Next year, they're going to play at the 6A level for 1 year, and then they're going to jump up to the 7A level in 2020. And but they have announced right out of the gate, you talk about a test, they have announced next month that they're going to play Hoover for their spring game.
Down
at Rip Hughes in Dothan. So, and it's going to be a weird spring training, I read. The kids, some of the kids from Northview and some of the kids at Dothan are going to meet at Rip Hughes Stadium for spring training practice. So they'll be coming, some coming from Northview and some coming from Dothan High, and they're going to meet at Rip Hughes Stadium to have spring training practice. You know, they won't be seeing each other walking in the halls, talking about what happened at practice yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they won't be seeing their coach in the hall, talking about this and that and other. So it's going to be a weird spring training for the Wolves, you know, to be able to meet up on at a stadium that doesn't have anything to do with the school, and
Yeah.
you know, that'll be weird. But Hoover has come to town, and our producer David Doty has spurred my interest in me and you calling that game.
Okay, good game to call.
The Hoover Bucks and the newly created Dothan Warriors. That's PS Falk. Look, Andy Falk's our new sponsor, PS Falk. Isn't that cool?
Oh,
Andy, old Troy boy. He's living in Enterprise, got a furniture store. Thank you, Andy, for sponsoring us. So there he is, PS Falk Furniture in Enterprise, Alabama. And thank you, Andy, for being one of our sponsors. And we appreciate that. Go see Andy in Enterprise for all your furniture needs. And that's Joe Falk's son, the attorney here in town.
Attorney in town,
Yeah.
sure enough.
But, yeah, the Dothan Wolves, they're going to play Hoover. And if everything works out, because, you know, Hoover, a lot of times ESPN may have the rights or Raycom Media may have the rights, or we're just unsure. But if it's going to be uncovered, me and you are going to go down there and broadcast it. We'll do it live right here on Troy Cable, because there's a ton of Troy Cable subscribers in the Dothan area.
Heck yeah.
Big time in Dothan. So looking forward to that. Also, Kinston hires Rudy Free to be their football coach. And he was on the Mac Woods State Championship team back in the 80s, and he's going to coach football at Kinston. And I think that's a good hire. He was defense coordinator last year at Laverne with Coach Scott Riles, and everybody knows what Laverne did last year. And they had a top-notch defense, and I think Rudy Free is going to be a good hire at Kinston. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and how that goes. But, hey, Kinston hires a new coach, and Houston Academy's Henry Beckett commits to kick at Miami, Ohio, and the Dothan Wolves are going to play the Hoover Bucks for their spring game. And a little bit of high school football news right here in March.
In March. Always.
And all these coaches got these kids working out in the weight room and getting ready for spring training. And I'm sure Coach McCoy over at Charles Henderson is getting ready for the Troy Cable Spring Jamboree.
Yeah, we need to look into that. I was going
get
to
that
talk to
lined
him
up
this week, actually, to see what's going on with all
That's
that
right.
stuff.
And we got some baseball news and some more college basketball news, but we need to take another break.
Yeah, when we get back, we'll start talking about high school baseball. So all you fans out there that love baseball, especially you kids, and watch our show, stay tuned. You might hear your name.
That's right.
Wally, what you got there? Hey, man, I'm fishing for sharks, dude. Cane pole and wigglers? Oh, heck yeah, man. When you're in deep south of Carroll, you look good, you feel good, you can fish good. Well, I got on these. What you got? I got a big shark. Could be Charles's cousin with a cane pole. No, Pete Van Horn, Deep South of Carroll. Look for him on Facebook. Deep South of Carroll. You might catch a shark. Wait a minute. Break it. It broke. The shark broke the hook. We're going to get him next time. Wally, what are you doing in that Mustang GT 350 out here at Pike County Ford? Man, I'm about to buy this sweet ride and hit 231 and put my fuzz buster on there, bro. Man, you're going to need a fuzz buster in that thing. Is that a 5-speed manual shift? Yeah, it is. 5-speed like a race car, man. Sweet ride. Look at the clutch, everything, man. Hey, up to $5,000 more than Kelly Blue Book value on your trade-in. Come see them at Pike County Ford. They're dealing. Good morning, everybody. This is Neal from Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. It's time for my morning biscuit. I want you to look how big that biscuit is. I'm going to put this butter on that biscuit. Came from the Pig Cafe out on North 3 Notch. Go see Yanni. Get you a real biscuit. Hey, Wally. Hey, what you got there? Where'd you get that biscuit at? This is Pig Cafe on North 3 Notch. Where'd you get that? Oh, man, 231, one of those big box chain stores out there. Man, they even got a paper straw. Man, look at the size of that little thing. Look at it. I'm about to put butter on this. It's 3 times the size of that. I should have gone see Yanni. Go to the Pig Cafe on North 3 Notch or call them for catering, 334-770-0134. Get a real biscuit. Don't want a wimpy biscuit. Wally, where you been, man? Neal, I've been across the street over there. Lord, what are you going to do with all that? I traveled across the street over there. The line was out the door, man. And I saw the UPS store, so I thought I'd come in here and see if I can get the mail. I'm glad you came to the UPS store.
Let me help you with that.
Dude, look at this, man. Can you help him mail all this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Good deal.
Hey, everything for you.
Grade A customer service at the UPS store. Give them a call today, 566-9470. Don't go across the street. Go to the UPS store for all your copying, printing, and shipping needs. Buddy, what are you doing at Roadmart on 231 in Troy, man? What are you doing at that time? Oh, Neal, I'm going to put some 25s on this bad boy. Oh, Lord, 25s? Yeah. They can make 25. They can do specialty rims at Roadmart here in Troy, Alabama. They also do brake work They change your oil, anything under the hood here at Rollmart on 231. And they can even get Wally some 25 for his rim. 566-3413, Rollmart on 230.
Science!
Who's that, man? Come on, dig in your goodie bag.
Thomas Dolby.
You got it. How'd you guess it?
It just come to me. I don't know. That's a one-hit wonder right there now.
I remember that video. It was so funny.
Science.
Okay, baseball, baby. Let me tell you something. Charles Henderson High School.
They have caught fire.
Are just annihilating
They
everybody.
have caught fire.
Let me tell you a little bit, Neil. They've won 13 out of the last 14 games.
They have.
They have won not 9, 10, or 11. They have won 12 in a row, and they rank third in the state and 5A.
They ain't just playing chumps.
Oh, no. They're
We're
playing.
talking Prattville, Saraland, Andalusia.
Hey, they came from behind and beat Providence Christian, top-ranked team in the state at 3A.
That's what I'm saying. They're not just playing chumps.
They, good gracious. And then they beat Andalusia, which kind of...
And I'm going to tell you something before you go on. I was talking to one of my best buddies from high school who just happens to be a Division I baseball player and a Division I former baseball coach, Rod McWhorter, and he said that he's watched a lot of high school baseball in the last 3 or 4 years, and he said Providence Christian may have been the best high school baseball team he's seen in a long time, and he really didn't think Charles Henderson could beat them. And we got a walk-off home run and beat them, and he said, I just hope we don't have to play them again.
Man, and I tell you some other studs I want to mention.
Yeah.
This is the deal. They're young guys. Press Jeffcoat.
And that
and Darrell Lee. Let me tell you.
Ninth grader.
Press Jeffcoat, a ninth grader. He's 6'1", and he don't throw junk. He just throws a fastball, just dominating fastball. These kids are just mowing folks down and winning games. And then Darrell Lee, he wins a big game the other day and then hits a grand slam in one day.
In one day.
Great. But let me tell you something. Charles Henderson, they are rocking and rolling.
His daddy, Greg Lee, has been a police chief over in Tuskegee and Union Springs and all over in Macon County, and was a police officer here in Troy for a long time, and he played slow pitch softball with us for a long time, and I know he was fast as lightning.
Man, and Charles Henson's got speed. And I'll tell you another, the infield's doing great, and then Lawson Scarborough, I wanted to mention his name.
Yep.
Dude, let me tell you something. It's hard to hit home run, but when you jack 2 in one game, buddy, you're something.
I saw that too.
You are something.
Yep.
So, hey, I know we had a Charles Henderson player win Marco's Player of the Week last week, but hey, we got to give it to him. But we do have an argument about another player too.
Yeah, that's right. Lawson Scarborough
and Griff McCrary. Let me tell you something about.
I'm gonna tell you what. We're giving away 2 pizzas this week.
Okay, yeah, well, we got to, because Griff, man,
Griff toted the Charles Henderson golf team to a victory. Shot 69. At one point, birdied 6 straight holes. Had 9 birdies total. Now, you realize that's half the course.
Oh, yeah.
He birdied half the course.
Hey,
one of the best rounds he's ever personally played, and it was in competition mode.
Yeah, this wasn't
so this week, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, this is not just me and your buddies out there playing golf.
That's right.
I talked to his coach, Coach Doug Branson, which is the golf coach, and he just said, Wally, man, he's something special now.
That's right.
So we got to give 2 pizzas.
That's right. David, put that Marco's Pizza up there. The Marco's Pizza players of the week are going to be Lawson Scarborough from Charles Henderson, who played a little catcher this week and gave Cole McWhorter a little break from behind the plate, and Griffin McCrary, the golfer from Charles Henderson, with a 69 and 9 birdies in the round.
9 birdies.
That's pretty incredible.
Pretty good.
So Lawson Scarborough with his 2 home runs in one game, and that could have easily went to Cole McWhorter for his walk-off home run against Providence, but Lawson had hit 2 home runs in one game.
But Neil, they're gelling, and I know they're gonna play some big time competition during spring break when they go up to Fort Payne for the tournament.
That's right.
So watch them go deep. They some good kids.
I hope so. But again, the Marco's Player of the Week, they win a 1-topping large pizza from Marco's Pizza. All you got to do is call them in and say, hey, I'm the Sports Chat with Neal and Wally Player of the Week. This is Lawson Scarborough. We got co-winners this week, and Griffin McCrary from the golf team.
Okay, that's
but I'm with you on the Charles Henderson baseball team. You know, last year it was Pike Lib that we all felt like, hey, they got a chance to win it all, and they did. I don't know if Charles Henderson can win a 5A state championship, but boy, they're fun to watch. They're good, and it's going to be something exciting down the stretch.
I tell you,
getting into region play right here too.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I've watched them play a lot of games. You know, Noah's old buddies, they still play, and you know, my good friends Billy and Frank and James. Mm-hmm. They just got pitching, man. I mean, you got Walker Starward. I mean, you got
Brock
Anthony
Uner.
Gerber, Brock. That's something Charles Henderson has not had in a while. And man, he could just throw anybody out there any day, buddy. And you about going to get a W.
How about that?
I mean, so that's huge.
That's good.
Well, let's talk about a little bit some other schools.
Yeah, look.
Now I know Pike Live has been they lost this weekend.
They lost 2 this weekend.
So
they got to get back. They got to get back and figure out what's sour in the water over there, because they are loaded at Pike Live. I mean, they got a chance to repeat. I mean, they really. Yeah. I don't know that, but
and then Ayrton goes down to Enterprise and
double header,
buddy.
That's right. And Enterprise, you know, Enterprise is loaded too. I don't see how they lose a doubleheader to Ayrton, but they did. And GW Long crushed Ashford
17-1.
17-1. Lowndes Academy and CCA Crenshaw Academy. We got to give Crenshaw Academy in our listening area. We got to give them some love.
Yeah.
But Lowndes Academy and Crenshaw Christian both beat the defending state champions, Pike Live, in the tournament this weekend. So you got to give the CCA Cougars and some love right there. And an old classmate of mine and a colleague I work with, son plays for CCA, Marla Rhodes, and her son plays for CCA, and they're doing great down there. And guess who the girls softball coach is at Crenshaw Christian Academy?
I do not know.
Wayne Grant.
Wayne Grant.
The football coach. He is coaching them in softball.
Well, how are the softball girls doing?
Well, they're about half and half. They're about half and half. They're not loaded with talent, but I just thought that was really neat that somebody retired and coming out of retirement to coach has enough left in the tank after football season with spring training coming and everything that he says, yeah, I'll coach those girls in softball. The man loves to coach.
Yeah,
you can just see it all over him.
Grant's a good
so
guy, man.
But hey, Carroll Ozark beat Houston Academy 4-1, and they beat Cottonwood 8-4. And I was looking over Carroll's record. Man, they ain't lost about 3 games.
Yeah, and
they are good. They're in our region. So watch out, Charles Henderson. Carroll's no pushover in baseball.
Nope, they sure not.
So
and Enterprise lost to Ayrton, like we said, and Charles Henderson High School this week. Goshen lost to Pleasant home 3-4 earlier, and then Luverne lost to Charles Henderson High School and Brantley, but they beat Ayrton this past week,
which is kind of weird because Ayrton,
Ayrton
Laverne beats Ayrton, but then Ayrton sweeps Enterprise. So you know, baseball is one of those sports that can go either way on any given day. Go ahead, Wally.
And then Pike County lost to Greenville,
and
then Zion Chapel lost to New Brockton, and Zion Chapel just having a tough year right now.
They are, and I know Noah's helping with baseball.
Yeah, he helps. Now their JV team is doing pretty good. But the high school is just having a lot of bad breaks.
I got you.
But anyway, what about a little Troy baseball, Neal?
Well, they lost 4 in a row, but before we get into that, let's take this last break of the night. We'll come back with a little college baseball and wrap up the show tonight here in the middle of March.
Dadgummit, man. What's going on, Wally? What's wrong with that thing? Oh, Neal, Dad, my gum, man. I can't cut grass. I can't have nothing anymore.
Is it broke? I mean,
I don't know.
What I chopped it all up over there.
Yeah, pretty brutal. What I should have done was called Blake Turner with Turner Mowing at 334-465-0600, and I wouldn't be in this predicament right here.
This. Best rates in town. Call Blake Turner. He'll give you a low quote. He'll give you the best job.
Hey, Neal, what's going on, brother?
What are you doing with that wood?
Oh, man, my neighbor's out of town, so I'm going to fire me up a barbecue pit here.
Wait. I don't think this is a barbecue pit.
Yeah, it is a barbecue pit. I'm hungry, man, so I'm going to make some barbecue.
Haven't I told you, call Hooks Barbecue, 808-8008, for all your barbecue needs. Go through the drive-thru, get you some ribs, get you some barbecue. What are you doing at James Sparrow's house? This is not a barbecue.
I think it's a barbecue grill.
That is not a barbecue grill. All your cater needs when your family comes home, 808-8008, Hooks Barbecue. They'll handle all your barbecue needs. What you got, man?
Man,
What's wrong with this thing?
I done wrecked my kayak, man.
What'd you do? Run into a weather buoy out there?
Yeah, I ran into one of those
Out in the
weather
Gulf?
buoys. Yeah, I sure did, man.
Unbelievable, man. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about all this?
I don't know, man.
I'm cracked up.
I got to go
Hey,
to see
man,
that
you have
lake.
any insurance?
Ma'am?
Insurance?
I don't have any
He
insurance.
should have went to Crease Insurance Agency out on 231 and got him some insurance. Now he's got to pay cash money for this kayak, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
Listen to the beach worker right here. He's got to pay cash for his kayaks. Visit Mike Crease, the Crease Agency, the only insurance agent you'll ever need.
Hey, Neal.
Man, you all right? What have you done now?
Man, I fell off the roof, man.
What are you stapling lights up there?
Yeah, man, I'm hurt bad this time.
You back?
Yeah, I might need a cane, man.
Oh my God, a scooter too?
Yeah, they got scooters at Jason Jones' place.
And call Jason Jones, the official oxygen of all Troy. Jason Jones at Jones Medical. Go see them, give them a call. They will hook you up with all injuries, everything. Wally, you fell off this ladder?
Yeah, I did.
Jason Jones, Jones Medical. That was some good banana pudding right there. Son, Southern Roots, man. That's some good food. Wally, what are you doing out there, man?
I just ran 10 miles. Come get some of this banana pudding. Did you leave me
Man,
some?
it's the best banana pudding we've ever had, man. Hey, Southern Roots, they're open Sunday through Friday for lunch. It'll be the best banana pudding you've ever had. Man, I'm glad you made it. How far did you walk?
10 miles.
Come all the way from Grundy?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go eat.
Yes, sir.
You ought to love that one.
Yeah, John Denver.
I did that because of my trip, my spring break trip.
You should open it up with that, man.
Well, I had to do Auburn. Auburn won the SEC championship.
Yeah, okay. Rocky Mountain.
They tell you that John Denver's full of crap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to do a little Rocky Mountain High since I've been out of the Rockies for 7 days, and I'm telling you, man,
It's beautiful out there.
I just drank coffee and just looked at the Rocky Mountains. I mean, it's just incredible, man. Just incredible. The view, man, is just. Now I don't want to move out there. I don't want to retire there because it's just too cold. Too cold, man. I love to visit Colorado and now Utah. It's just beautiful, just breathtaking, and to sit in those hot tubs with that snow coming down around you. I don't know, something special. I just enjoyed it, man. It was great. Good trip. We learned during the break. During the commercial break, our producer, David Doty, tells us that Troy Cable is going to air live baseball on April the 12th, doubleheader, Charles Henderson versus Carroll of Ozark here in Troy. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to commentate it. I don't know if Wally will be able to commentate it. Both our kids are playing recreation. But that's something special because Carroll's got a really good team this year, and they're an area game. It's a doubleheader right here in Troy on the April the 12th. You can watch live baseball on Troy Cable, which is something special. Talking about baseball, Troy's lost 4 in a row. This is Troy Trojans, Troy University Trojans. And Coach Smart, they just got to find some mojo.
Yeah.
It's like they just don't have it going.
They got talent.
Yeah,
It's
they
just,
do. They do. They got the University of Maine is coming in this Wednesday to play here, and then they go to Coastal Carolina this next weekend up at Myrtle Beach for a 3-game weekend set, and hopefully they can get back on the winning ways.
Yeah, we need a lot of people there
At Pace Riddle Field.
Pace Riddle Field
Yeah.
on Wednesday. Y'all go support
Yeah.
them.
And then Alabama and Auburn. Alabama's 17-3 on the year, and the way Alabama's played baseball the last 4 or 5 years, 17-3 is a really good start for Alabama. That is a really good start for the 2019
Now,
season.
Alabama softball is struggling. Is that right?
They haven't lost a game. They're like 25-0.
Trey Richardson said they were struggling or something.
Trey don't know. Trey's more worried about getting spelling correct on the Facebook posts.
He is the spelling Nazi on
Yeah.
our Facebook.
But they're off to a great start. They split with Ole Miss. I'm not sure how they did today, but that Friday, Saturday was a split with Ole Miss in baseball. And when Maine comes to play Troy, they're also going to stop in Tuscaloosa and play Alabama on Tuesday. So Maine will play Maine will play Alabama on Tuesday and then Troy on Wednesday.
Okay.
I guess the snow is still all over the fields up there, so they're making their southern swing. And then Auburn is 17-2. It looks like they picked up right where they left off last year. They won 12 in a row, and they're coming off beating Tennessee Friday and Saturday. I don't know how they did today, but they ensured a series victory by winning Friday and Saturday. And they got UAB in Birmingham on Wednesday, And then they go to Starkville to play Mississippi State Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a 3-game set. And so that's your Troy and your Auburn and your Alabama college baseball update. And we really hope that everybody has enjoyed the show tonight. I'm glad to be back in Alabama.
Hey, I got to tell you something.
Hurry up, we're running out of time.
A big shout out to one of our big watchers, Doc Anderson.
Oh, yes, buddy. He tells me in the church every Sunday.
Goodness, Doc Anderson loves watching this.
He does. Appreciate you watching, Doc. Hey, y'all check us out next Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Keep it cool, friends.
You are looking at the supervisor. 5'9", 265 pounds, brother, and I can do it. All you rednecks out there that lost all these textile mills in Alabama and Georgia, your day is coming. May 11th, Dothan, Alabama. We are going to be in business. Me and Jerry Stubbs are going to put you in. Jerry Stubbs, yeah.
Well, we're not going to be wrestling down in Dothan.
Yeah, Dennis Gale said I'm going to be wrestling.
No, Dennis Gale did not say we were actually wrestling.
Oh.
We're not going to actually wrestle. It's just a live event on the 11th, May the 11th, featuring Jake the Snake, Bob Bullet Armstrong, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, the Midnight Express, and the Tennessee Stud. Wally and Neal, Sports Channel Wally and Neal live from Dothan, Alabama, but we're not wrestling. Dennis Gale said no wrestling, we're just there for the hype.
Damn.